you can on your videos. Let's see your faces whether you're actually studying or you've been sleeping and having weight. So how many scholars do we have on the call? You can quickly introduce yourself in a few minutes, then we'll kickstart the reason why all of us are on this call. In no particular order, let me first and foremost introduce myself. My name is Gidado Lukman, the program coordinator of General Ibrahim Atairu Foundation. I know most of you don't know me, but you normally see my message on your platform. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So introduce yourself, your
Yes, sir.
school, your name, your school, your level, and your course of study.
Okay, sir. Morning, sir.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. My name is Abdul Maz Abba. I'm a 100 level medical student of Ahmad Bello University, Zaria. Sir.
You're welcome.
Welcome, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
My name is
Morning, sir.
Ali Abubakar.
Morning, scholars.
Good morning, sir.
I'm Oluwanifemi Shalom Olapade, a 200 level cybersecurity student, Ladoke Akitola University of Technology, Ogbomoso.
Oluwanifemi, let's see your face.
I'm equally interested in seeing his face. He wanted to faint me with messages there.
Good morning, sir. My name is Ali Abubakar. 500 level student, veterinary medicine, Usman Dafo University, Sokoto.
Good morning,
You're
sir.
welcome.
My name is Ayub Soad, a 211 medical student at Federal University Lokoja.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. My name is
Jamil Abu.
A 300 level student, Nasarawa State University, Kefi.
Absabat, why are you hiding your face?
My name is Bama, a 200 level dental student, University of Maiduguri.
Good morning, sir. My name is Musa Ibrahim from Kebbi State University of Science and Technology, Aleru, studying computer science.
Good morning, sir. My name is Jamil Abubakar from ABU Zaria, 200 level student studying agriculture.
Okay. At this point in time, thank you very much for the introduction, and you are all welcome to the webinar that the foundation has deemed it necessary that if you actually want to contribute into the life of the scholars, that aside supporting them financially, webinar programs of this nature are equally very, very imperative towards putting scholars on the right track and making sure that all these soft skills that are important towards achieving their academic excellence are brought to bear. So I can say that you scholars of General Ibrahim Atairu Foundation are indeed very, very lucky for the management and board of the foundation to deem it extremely important to have this webinar for you guys. So I will encourage you guys to appreciate the foundation by saying thank you and God bless General Ibrahim Atairu Foundation.
Thank you. God bless.
God bless.
I cannot hear them.
Thank you. Thank you. And God bless.
Thank you and God
Thank
bless.
you very much. So let's go straight to the business of the day. Can you please mute your mic, mute your microphone? Mute your microphone. Admin, can you please mute them? Donald.
Done that, sir.
Okay. So who is that one? Admin, please, we need you to be muting their microphone.
Yes, sir. I'm on it, sir.
So thank you very much. Thank you, Donald. So the webinar, the topic for the webinar today is mastering time management for academic excellence. And we are privileged to have in our midst a very, very distinguished, highly resourceful professional that will do justice to the topic. And the person is no other person than Dr. Nafisa Suleiman. So in the next few minutes, I will be giving us reading the citation and abridged version of who is Dr. Nafisa Suleiman Oga. So you guys should follow me while I read a citation. Dr. Nafisa Suleiman Oga is a distinguished forensic and correctional psychologist, a lecturer and seasoned mental health professional with extensive expertise in teaching, facilitation, and public speaking. She holds a PhD in forensic and correctional psychology and a lecturer in the Department of Psychology at Nasarawa State University, Kefi, Nigeria. Dr. Nafisa has served on numerous academic and professional platforms, delivering thought-provoking presentations on mental well-being, self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and purposeful living. Her scholarly work opened critical areas such as criminality, risk factors, psychological well-being, national security, and correctional psychology. Beyond academia, Dr. Nafisa is passionate about community service, youth development, and women empowerment. And she is the CEO of NAV Jams. Dr. Nafisa is a wife and a mother, and she brings a unique blend of professional expertise and lived experience to our engagements. We are indeed honored to have her as a keynote speaker for this webinar on mastering time management for academic excellence. So scholars of General Ibrahim Matairu Foundation, the resource person is a very, very wonderful mother and wife. So you guys are privileged to have somebody who is in the academic circle. So most of your academic challenges, after she has delivered the presentation, you will be given time to ask your question. And I know she has the capacity and tenacity, as well as the professionalism to do justice to all forms of top questions that you might raise. So join me as I welcome Dr. Nafisa Oga for this wonderful presentation. You are welcome, ma.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gidado. It's nice to be on this space with you all. Good morning to you all.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, ma.
Good
Ma,
morning,
they
sir.
would
Good
like to
morning,
see your
ma'am.
face, ma, so that they can
Good morning,
see
ma.
our
Okay,
wonderful
okay.
keynote speaker.
Good morning to you all.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Morning. Good
Good
morning.
morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Most of you were introducing yourselves without smiling. Are you not happy to be here?
Happy, ma'am.
Happy, ma.
I'm very happy,
You
ma'am.
know, as a psychologist, your behavior is our concern. And I always work with the smile therapy.
Who is that one? Can you please mute your mic?
Good morning.
Admit, please be muting their mic. Go ahead, ma.
As a psychologist, our slogan is your behavior is our concern. And it's always good and normal to start your day with a smile. With the mirror therapy, always look at the mirror, talk to yourself, set your goals, and tell yourself how you're going to achieve it. So smile and smile and smile. For smile solves a lot of problems. So good morning to you all. I'm so happy to be here today with you all. And I hope at the end of this webinar, you're going to achieve a lot and have a lot of take home. Thank you very much. Captain Gidado, should I go ahead with my lectures?
Please
Yes,
proceed,
ma'am.
ma. Please proceed.
Okay. So we are here to talk today about time management, and I'm going to try to link time management to academic success or academic excellence. Time is the greatest or the biggest enemy to progress if you don't manage it well. Why? If you manage it well, it could be a very, very good avenue for you to achieve good grades. As students, you have a lot of challenges in school as students. You have that you have to face lectures, assignments, all the stress, the target and everything, especially as science student. I discovered some of you here are science students. I've taken a degree in science before switching to psychology, and I know how difficult courses in sciences can be. So school generally is stressful, especially when you don't know how to manage your time. And students of these days spend a lot of their times on social media. They don't check, time linkage. And time is not renewable. It doesn't wait for anybody. So what determines your success tomorrow is how you take or manage your time. I tell you that if you're in 100 level and you don't manage your time, 100 level is a starting point. If you don't manage your time, your first CGPA in 100 level goes a long way in determining your form or your final CGPA in your 400 or 500 levels CGPA. So time management can be either your enemy or your friend if you don't manage it well. So time management is a critical skills for academic success and personal well-being. I said personal well-being because if you're not performing well, you won't be happy with yourself. And that in turn will affect your mental health. And without mental health, you can do nothing if your mental health is not intact. You can do nothing, you can achieve nothing. I tell you, if your mental health is not intact. And the only way to maintain your mental health as a student, because you have a lot to face as a student. So keeping your mental health intact is very, very important. And the only way you can keep it intact is by managing your time. Time management is very, very important as a student because you face multiple demands. The lectures is there, the assignment is there, the examination is there, social and personal responsibility is there. A lot of students skip lectures for reason best known to them. And that is because you don't set goals. As a student, I wonder how you pass if you don't go for lectures, because I personally cannot pass exams without going for lectures, except if you have other ways to pass lectures, to pass exams if you don't go for lectures. So how do you now marry all these challenges together? It could only happen via time management. So time management is very, very important to you as a student. Managing these demands of assignment, lectures, and all that requires proper planning and organization. Higher academic performance reduces stress. If your grades are good, your mental health will be stable and you won't be too stressed up. But if your grades are low, that effort of making it high, the anxiety of upgrading your grades can also weigh you down. Because when you were supposed to manage your time, you didn't. So it is very, very important for you as a student to know how to manage your time. And the first step of managing your time is setting goals. How often do you set your goals as a student? Because you need to set your goals daily. You need to have your daily goals. You need to have your weekly goals, monthly, and yearly, so that at the end of the day, you will journal and tell yourself, what have I achieved today out of the goals that I've set? And setting goals will be like, a motivation to you. So effective time management leads to higher academic performance, reduced stress, and better productivity. So, academic excellence is not determined only by intelligence or talent. It is shaped by how students use their time. Time is a limited and non-renewable resources. Many students fail academically due to poor planning, lack of prioritization, inefficient time allocation, and digital distractions. Digital distraction here is the most common among students today, because students can spend the whole day on social media, entertainment, watching season films, watching what do they call it? Is it Italian films, or what do they call it? I know my children have a lot of those films on their phone, and I always have issues with them. Yes, students spend the whole of their day watching season films, especially now in some department, the Wi-Fi is just free to air. Once you are in a department, you on your Wi-Fi, you find you get a working network, and students begin to download a lot of films that will keep them busy for the whole week. That is dangerous for you, They say, though it is being said that all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, but then all play and no work will land you into serious problem. So if you spend your whole day on social media, I am a social media fan too, but I have my goals. I only go through social media when I'm tired of reading, or when I'm tired of researching, or when I'm tired of one or two things. Just go there and cool off your brain. Watch like one or two short videos that will make you laugh, ease your stress, and then come back to what you are doing. So as a student, what goal have you set today? I'm sure being part of this webinar for people who set goals and targets of the day was part of it. I also set this as part of my goal for the day, that I have to be there. I have to be on this space on time to make sure that I deliver my lectures and do other things for the day. So at the end of this webinar, I'm going to tick this webinar that it is part of my goal that I achieved today. So as a student, how often do you set your goals? These are the first thing you should ask yourself. Then let's go to the concept of time management itself. Time management is a process of planning, organizing, prioritizing, controlling how time is spent on activities. These are the key concepts of time management. So if you're lacking any of this, it means you don't manage your time. You don't manage your time. Planning. How often do you plan your day? Because I know a lot of students don't plan their day. All they know is that they check their timetable and have lectures. Is either I attend or not. Like lectures that have a lot of students. Students don't really like joining those kind of lectures because they feel the hall is stuffy. At the end of the day, I won't achieve anything. No, my dear. There's no way you go to a lecture and will not achieve anything, no matter how bad the lecture can be. Even making useful contacts with intelligent students alone means you've achieved something for that lectures. So for your day, how often do you plan your day as a student? Begin to ask yourself these questions. If you are the kind that plan your day, then after planning your day, how many times have you planned your day and achieved something positive for that day? Then you can maybe compare it with the days that you didn't plan. I don't know if you are with me, if you're getting what I'm saying. or you lost somehow, so that I won't continue talking and some of you are left behind.
We are with
I
you,
know
ma.
I've
We are with you.
introduced uh, uh,
With
time management, and then now I'm on concept of time management, or maybe I should share the slide with you at a point, or we'll make the slide available after the lectures. You can
Ma,
get it from the
we are already
moderator.
projecting the slide. They are seeing it.
Okay, thank you. So planning your day as a student, I don't know how often you plan your day, but I tell you, planning your day is very, very important, because at the end of the day, compare the day that you did not plan and compare it with the ones that you plan. I tell you for free that you will be glad that you planned your day, because you achieve a lot of things. And not just planning, how organized is your plan? I'm not saying you should just plan your day that today, after lectures, I'll spend the whole of my time in the bar, or in the club, or in the cinema watching film and all that. No, not that kind of planning. After lectures, how often do you digest what they taught you? Because people attend lectures and close their notes till we meet again. Some people attend lectures, and in the next lecture, if I ask them where did we stop, I can hardly see people that would even identify where we stopped, to show you that the moment they closed their notes that day, they didn't go through it, they didn't digest it, they just left it for the next lecture. When you keep accumulating your lectures before you read, you're going to have problem when it's time for you to read. And that is why students will read during exams. Some of them sleep in class. They call it TDB, that you read till daybreak. Reading till daybreak without assimilating anything is a total waste of time. At the end of the day, you don't have a good sleep and you've not assimilated anything. So don't allow your notes pile up some weeks to exams before you start reading. No. After every lecture, if you don't understand what the lecturer said, make sure you ask your students, your classmates, those that understood. If there's if there's no one in your class who understood the lectures, you can go ahead and meet the lecturer. The lecturer is not a god. You can meet him, sir, ma, I did not understand what you taught us in class. I need little clarification. I'm sure the lecturer is there to make you understand. Make sure you understand each and every note that you copied. Don't pile it up till exams. This is under organizing yourself. There are times that I spend 4 hours in reading my notes for exams, and I get a good grade for that exams. Why? Because I don't allow my notes pile up. I make sure I assimilate each lecture, so that when it's time for exam, or when timetable for exam is out, I will read for 4 hours, and that reading will be like a summary, because that note is already stick to my brain. But you allow your notes pile up. If you're offering 7 courses, then you see people getting A's, and you begin to wonder why. Not because they have 2 heads, it's because they were able to manage their time well. We don't have dull students. We only have unserious students who refuse to plan their time. You can tell yourself today that you are not dull. For you to get to university level, I tell you, you're not dull, except if your parents had someone to write WAEC for you. But if you can write WAEC yourself and pass, then get to university. I'm telling you, the people that are getting A's and B's all around are not in any way better than you. It's just that they plan their time better than you. Don't allow your notes pile up before you read. Plan your day, organize it, make priority, As a student now, I don't think there is anything aside from worshiping your God and respecting your parents that has more priority than your studies. I don't think there is anything more than that. So if you can go to church on Sunday, wake up in the morning from your bed and thank God for waking up in the morning, pray 5 daily prayers, then what then is stopping you from reading your books? You have the whole time for social media when your grades are good. But even now that I'm done with the highest level of education, I tell you, I still don't spend the whole of my day on social media because time waits for nobody. And time is not renewable. You cannot bring it back. Time will not wait for you. So your greatest enemy in life is time. If you do not manage it, because it keeps clicking, our days are running and your whole program is running faster than you can think. Then controlling how time is spent on activities is another key concept for time management. How often do you control your time? Do you have autonomy of your time? You should begin to ask yourself these questions from today. Like, if you don't plan your day, if you don't organize your day, if you don't have priorities. Because as a human being, if you don't have priorities, then you'll be subjected to so many things. If a student is trying to introduce you to drugs, for example, if you have priority, you know yourself, you know that self-awareness, you know yourself, you know the kind of family background you came from. There are students that will not even approach you with bad attitude because they know that this person is a no-nonsense person. He has a target. He's a goal setter. But it is your lack of, commitment. It is your unseriousness that send bad influence to you. And others come to you as bad influence as a result of envy, because they just want to see your future being destroyed and all that. But if you have a target that you want to achieve, you won't give room for any distraction. You won't give room for any distraction. I've seen people who have bad friends but are not bad. I've seen ladies who have friends that are so wayward, but they are not wayward. Why? Because they know themselves, they know their target, they know why they are in school, they have priorities. So as a student, begin to ask yourself these questions. What are the purpose of time management? The purpose of time management or importance of time management is the fact that it increases effectiveness. When you manage your time well, you begin to see positive results. You begin to improve in efficiency, and it will boost your productivity as a student. Once you manage your time well, that is the purpose of time management. As a student, you should have a purpose for managing your time. Key components of time management. What are the key components of time management? The key components of time management comprises of goal setting, planning and scheduling, prioritizing of tasks, self-discipline and self-control, monitoring and evaluating time use. Goal settings, like I said earlier, goal setting motivates you to manage your time, and that is why it is a key component of time management. When you have a goal, when you set a goal that maybe I started this school in so year, and my goal is to graduate after 4 years if it is a 4 years course, or after 5 years if it's a 5-year course. If you have that goal set that I want to graduate after 4 years, except if God has other plans for you, you'll be motivated to manage your time well. When others are having fun somewhere else, you are focusing on your studies. You don't joke with your assignment, you don't joke with your classes, you read your books at the right time. That is goal setting. And make sure you set your goals. If you're the kind of person that don't have goals, because I know a lot of students who don't have goals. The only thing they know is that I'm here in school, I'm here to read and get grades. And that is why some students will finish exams and will not go home. They will be hanging around in school, disturbing lecturers left, right, and center to influence their scores, engaging themselves in a lot of nonsense. I always tell my female students that You get subjected to abuse if you don't read. You meet a male lecturer that you want him to influence your scores, and you didn't write anything in exams. Of course, if he's not a disciplined lecturer, he will ask you to submit yourself. So if you plan your time, set your goals that I want to pass my exams by myself, not with the influence of not with the influence of stealing in exams, exam malpractice, or following lecturers up and down after exams. You would achieve it, except if you don't work hard. If you work hard, you achieve it. Though I know there are some extraneous variables that can stop you from getting to your target, but I tell you that goal setting is a big motivator. It will motivate you to achieve a lot. So set your goals. I know you all have jotters, or if you don't have jotters, get a piece of paper that is very important and write your goals for the day, for the week, for the month, and for the year, or even future goals. Like, ask yourself, in the next 4 to 5 years, where do I see myself? And begin to write it down. And ask for God intervention so that some forces cannot stop you from getting there. Because even our prayers are answered based on what is in our heart. You cannot pray for forgiveness and you still have a very bad intention. You know that, right? So if you're planning and you're setting goals, commit your goals to God that, okay, God, this is what I want to achieve for the day, or for the week, or for the year. So help me, God. God will look into your heart and see how serious you are, the effort you've put in. And I'm sure God is a faithful God. God is going to help you. Planning and scheduling. Try to plan and schedule your duties for the day, for the week, and for the year. You have lectures every week. There are some courses that are prerequisite to another course, like in sciences, that you must pass this course before you can register for the next course. If a course is a prerequisite to some, one course can be prerequisite to 2 or 3 courses in other universities. So you can see, not planning on how to pass those kind of courses can give you a major setback, because dropping your courses will affect you in 400 or 500 level, because it will get to a level where you will not, your course will not be able to, your credit units will be over for you to register. So you have to drop some courses, and that will be extra year or extra semester for you. So planning and scheduling is very, very important. Is a key component of time management. Then prioritizing your tasks. Like, for example, if you're going to the market, is it in economics, or I think secondary school home economics, we were taught of scale of preference. So prioritizing of tasks is something like that. Like, you make a list of things you want to achieve for the day, and then begin to, fix it according to how important it is. You begin to fix it according to how important these tasks are to you. You can even try to, mix it from the most difficult tasks. You bring it to the moderate tasks and the least tasks among them, just for you to be able to achieve them. Then we have self-discipline and self-control. This is one of the most difficult parts of time management, self-discipline and self-control. Even myself that is talking to you, I get undisciplined at times with entertainment, movies. I have things to do and I have to see the end of this movie, how it ends. So discipline and self-control is one of the most difficult components of time management for youth like you. Because there are some students that, okay, they allow procrastination to come in. I will do this tomorrow. No, I will do it later. No, I will do it today. And then let me watch small. No, let me go and play ball. Manchester are having match today. I can't miss that match when you have test tomorrow. So if you're not self-disciplined, if you don't have control over yourself, time management will be very, very difficult for you. And I think most of us are facing this. Like for you to leave some other things for your target is always difficult, but with motivation, you will get there. Monitoring and evaluating time use. Like I said earlier, do a lot of journaling. Jot down what you achieve for the day. How many minutes or how many days like does it take you to achieve this? Jot it down. How many losses have you had today? How many achievement have you achieved today? Evaluate your time. Was there any linkage in time management at a point in time of or at a point where you try to achieve your goals? Try to monitor all these things. No matter how little a win is for the day, record it and be proud of yourself if you did it yourself. Not for you to plan time and begin to allow other people do things for you. It means you've not achieved anything because you didn't do it yourself. And things that you did with other people's assistance, you should be able to ask yourself, like, how did I contribute? How many percent did I play? How many percent did the person I asked to help played? Then you'll be able to record your achievement for the day. Then academic planning itself. What do you understand by academic plan, academic excellence? Academic excellence doesn't really mean, or it is not just having high grades. When you have high grades alone, you can't classify it as academic excellence in its entirety. Academic excellence means a lot of things. Like it is in our slide, high academic performance is one of academic excellence, and timely completion of assignments and projects. Some students will be given like a week to do just 2 questions assignment. And some students will keep giving you complaints. Some of you will even lie that their great-grandmother died. So they travel to the village, and that is why they are not able to complete their assignment. Just 1 week, 2 questions assignment, some students will not do it. You can see that that is an attitude that can lead you to academic failure. So if you find yourself being among the group of people that don't play with assignment, that do their assignment on time or complete school project on time, then you're on your way to academic excellence. Because students don't do assignments. Some of them will come and meet you. You can even give them like a month room space for them to submit assignment, but they will keep giving you complaints. Some of them will say their great-grandmother died. Some of them will even tell you, I've been in the hospital for the past 7 days. And they are lying. Just because they don't want to do the assignment for reasons best known to them. So if you find yourself with high grades, if you find yourself completing tasks or projects or assignments on time, you are on road to success. Then regular class attendance and participation. Like I said earlier, I don't know how you people pass exams without attending classes, because I, for one, cannot pass exams if I don't attend classes. For example, I mark my exams myself. I don't contact people to mark my exams. That is the exams I give students as a lecturer, not my own personal exams. My course. If I teach students a course and I give them exams, I mark it myself. Reason being that I want to minimize failure, in a sense that there are some students that might not give you the marking scheme, because if I'm to go by marking scheme, a lot of students will fail. Because marking scheme wants you to deal with the English that is on that marking scheme. So marking my papers, my exam scripts myself makes me, proud of students that attend classes, because some of them will quote me verbatim the way I said it. Dr. Nefisat said so in our class that this and that when they are giving example. And I feel proud of that student. And I tell you, there is no way those students will fail my exams. I don't contact people to mark my scripts because I want to minimize failure and I want to be fair to the student that attend classes. So attending classes is you taking a road to academic excellence. If you're the type that don't attend classes for reason best known to you, I don't know if you've been passing, but if you've been passing, I can bet it that you've been passing through other ways, not your own, not using your own brain to pass. Then development of critical thinking skills. That is another academic excellence. If you find yourself having critical thinking, some students challenge lecturers in classes because they read ahead. But you go to other classes and you talk from the beginning of the class to the end. Nobody will counter what you say. No challenge. I hate those kind of classes that students will not challenge you. But if you read ahead, you develop that logical thinking, you'll be able to, correct your lecturers in one or two places. But then other people, like I used to say that common sense is no longer common these days. You hardly see people that have, that think critically. People don't want to stress their brain anymore. They depend on what they see on social media to, explain themselves and all that. We have effective study habits. Like, how effective is your study habit? How often do you read? How often do you research? Aside from just using your phone for social media, how often do you Google one or two things you don't understand? How often do you read journals? How often do you go to library, pick a textbook? There are some students that from 100 level to 200 level, they've not read a single book, a single academic book. While some of them can read like 20 novels in a week, love novels. Some of them have not read one academic textbook from 100 level to 200 level. So how effective is your study habit? Ask yourself, because that is another road towards academic excellence. Then positive learning attitude. Positive learning attitude. Once your performance go down and you notice your performance is down, it will affect your psychological well-being. But if you're able to manage your time well and able to manage your grades and think you're performing well, or you see that you are performing well, you will be psychologically balanced, you will be psychologically well, you will be happy and all that. And then the stress of constantly trying to upgrade yourself reduces. So it reduces your stress to some level when your academic excellence is high. But when your academic excellence is low, it can even affect your self-esteem, because whenever you enter class, you feel as if your classmates are looking down on you. And if you have a family member that is a kind of person that is too blunt, that will always tell you, you are so dull because you're so unserious and all that, it will affect your psychological well-being. So it is good for you to plan your time so that at the end of the day, your psychological well-being will be down and your self-esteem will be low. Then we have academic persistence and graduation as part of our, components or meaning of academic excellence. That people will always be happy with their progress and graduating from school at the appointed time given to you, not adding another year or years. I've seen students that graduate, that their classmates are done with NYSC, but they are still struggling to get at least a third class or a pass, which at the end of the day, it is only God that will see them through, because you cannot get a job with that kind of certificate. So what have you achieved by going to school after so many years and coming out with a certificate that wherever you take it, people will reject it, especially in our Nigeria these days, that the issue of gap between first class and second class is so high, you know. So you trying to upgrade yourself can be very, very stressing if you don't really work hard, if you don't manage your time and all that. Then now I'm going to link uh, time management and academic excellence, as in how does time management lead to academic excellence is the next slide. Effective time management helps students to study consistently, meet deadlines, reduces stress, and improve concentration. That is the positive part of time management, the link between time management and academic excellence. That if you manage your time well, you should expect nothing less of this result, which is study consistently. If your grades are high from 100 level, you'll be consistent with your studies because you wouldn't want anything to happen to the grade. So if you are able to manage your time from foundation classes, going up, you'll be consistent with your study because you wouldn't want those grades to go down. So you can see how time management can link up with academic excellence, in a sense that it makes you stand on your toes, that since I'm on 3 or 4 points, I wouldn't want to go down. I have to maintain that, or I have to make it go up rather than coming down. So you study consistently, you meet deadlines and targets. Like I gave an example of students who don't, do their assignments. A 1 week assignment will take a student a month, and they keep giving you complaints, and at the end of the day, they won't even have score for assignments. So you meet deadlines. If an assignment is for a week, someone who is goal oriented, someone who have control of his time, meets deadline, always meet deadline, and you don't see them coming late. Some people will come late even on exams date. Some people are writing exams and are coming to exam hall like 30, 40, 50 on an hour minutes after exams. And they begin to give you complaint that they travel, they are just coming back. Are you even supposed to travel when you have exams? So you can see how people misuse their time. So it reduces your stress. If your grades are good and all that, I said it earlier that it reduces your stress and balance your psychological well-being. Then improve concentration. Someone who is focused, who has autonomy of his time, at the end of the day will be will improve in concentration, because you'll be focused. Whatever you do, you put in your best. Your concentration will be high on whatever you fix yourself in. Then poor time management can lead to procrastination, which is one of the biggest enemy of time management. You trying to say, I will do it today. No, I'll do it later. No, I'll do it tomorrow. Something that you are supposed to do right now. Don't give room for procrastination. Things that are supposed to be done at that time should be done at that time. You say, I'll do it today. I'll do it tomorrow. I will do it next tomorrow. And before you know it is already a week and you haven't done a thing. Then missed deadlines. Lack of time management or poor time management makes you miss deadlines. Then low performance. Your performance will be low because you haven't managed your time. So time is already against you. We have anxiety burnout. That constant anxiety, at the end of the day, you'll be down with anxiety. So you need to manage your time, because time management has, in the history of time management, no one has ever managed his time well and failed. I've never seen that person before. But if you mismanage your time, or you have that attitude of poor time management, I'm telling you, you've taken a wrong path. you are already on a one chance bus. So I have theories that back up the link between time management and academic excellence. I have like two theories here, and the first theory is self-determination theory. The self-determination theory, which is tagged as SDT, states that motivation is driven by autonomy, is driven by competence, and is driven by relatedness. So that if students have autonomy of their own time, have control of their own time, that control of time could only lead to competence and relatedness. So once a student choose or how he or she wants to manage his time, that means that student have control over his time. That student have autonomy of, you know what it means to have autonomy. It means you have your own freedom. You have it all to yourself. That student have the complete control of his time. And if a student have complete control of his time, the only thing it will lead to is competence. So when a student chooses how to manage their time, that means they have autonomy of time. That is what the theory is talking about. And that at the end of the day, if you have control of your time, it leads to improvement in their skills, which is competence, and their motivation to success increases. When your motivation to success increases, you know what that means. It means you will stop at nothing to achieve that academic excellence. Then I have the second theory. The second theory is temporal motivation theory, which is TMT. The temporal motivation theory explains procrastination based on 4 factors. Like I said earlier, procrastination is the greatest enemy of time if not managed well. So this theory classified procrastination based on 4 factors: expectancy, value, impulsivity, and delay. So expectancy is what you expect of yourself. Like I said in the first statement I made, that as an individual or as a student, you should have that mirror therapy. Have a mirror in your room that you talk to every day. Set your goals to the mirror and come back to tell the mirror if you've achieved it or not. And always tell yourself how beautiful you are, how cute you are, how good you are, so that people outside, validation of people will not determine who you are. So this theory is talking about procrastination, the factors of procrastination, and how you should manage them as a student to have control of your time. Expectancy: do I believe I can succeed? These are questions you should ask yourself. Do I believe I can succeed? And my answer is, of course, yes, you can succeed. Why not? Your success lies in you. So why won't you succeed? Except if you don't make it a priority, or if you start on the wrong foot. Then value: do I care about the reward? Of course, we all care about the reward, because the reward is academic excellence, and that is why we are in school in the first place, for academic excellence. Impulsiveness: how easily am I distracted? These are the questions you should ask yourself and checkmate it if you are easily distracted by things that will affect your academic excellence. Because a lot of students these days are impulsive. Impulsivity keeps playing parts, in their life, as taking over their whole behavior. They do things without premeditating, like they don't care about the consequences of their actions, and that is a very bad one. But if you pick impulsivity and use it in a positive way, it can lead to academic excellence. Like, I just want to pass. Anything that will stop me from passing, I'm not part of that. That will ginger you to focus more on your academic performance. Then delay: how far away is the deadline? These are questions you should ask yourself. If I'm giving you a week assignment and then you are now using 1 month to do it. It means you've asked yourself, okay, you've not really asked yourself this question, like how far is the deadline? So asking yourself always like how far is the deadline pulls you away from procrastination. Like I want to do it now because I'm submitting it tomorrow. So later will not, I won't say later, I will do it now. This is what this theory is talking about. It was able to classify procrastination in 4 factors, which is expectancy, value, impulsiveness, and delay. Then, practical steps for effective time management. These are your take home. We've talked a lot. So these are your take home, the practical steps that if you're not doing it, you should start doing it today. Is set clear goals and target. You should set clear goals and target. Goals of achievement, goals of things you want to achieve at the end of the day, daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, and yearly goals. These are your take home. So you should take it serious that at the end of this webinar, if you're not the kind of person that set goals and targets, please do. It's going to help you, especially for the freshers, the 200 and 100 level students. If you're not the kind of person that set goals, you should do that. 300 and 400 level, 5 or even 600 level for part-timers, please set goals. As a student, you need to set goals and targets. As a human being in general, what will you be doing if you don't have goals and targets? Last year, I had a target that I must, by the grace of God, have my PhD. And I knew what that target did to me because it kept pushing me. It is an external force. Setting a target is like an external force that keeps pushing you. It pushes you. Like we have the theory X and Y that believes that human beings have to be coerced to do work. That human beings generally have to be pushed to do work, because if you don't push them, they will not do anything. They will not get things done. Then if as a student, you don't have what is pushing you, you don't have a target, you don't have a goal, you don't have motivation. What is motivating you to read? Other people have their family as a motivation. Like I'm the first child in my family, for example. Some people will say, I'm the first child in my family. My younger ones are depending solely on me. So I need to be a responsible person. That is your motivation. And that is why people's performance varies based on motivation. Some people are born with a silver spoon, so they feel if I do well, if I don't do well, my family has set the pace for me. I can always lean on it. While people like us that are not born with silver spoon believe that you have to work for yourself. So you can see that the level of motivation is quite different. So don't go to school and join people whose motivation is not the same thing with yours. Don't follow people that, don't even, you can mingle with them, but have your target. There are people that have, I don't know, their family ancestors have set it up for them. And there are people who you are your own ancestor and you have no option, you have no alternative than to build your family, because your great-grandchildren and your younger ones will face you. They will even be angry at you that you didn't do well. So don't go about with people that are not their own ancestors. Be your own ancestor. Set your goals and targets and put it in prayers, and God will do it for you. Then we have track your daily activities to identify time wasters and distractions. You should track your wins and track your fails. If you track your wins, what have I achieved for the day? Track it up. As humans, we must fall. But your ability to stand after falling is what makes you strong. But I tell you, as human being, we keep failing every day. But accepting that failure and continue to stay on the ground is what makes you a true definition of failure. That you have 1-2 carryover doesn't mean you cannot make it in 400 and 300 level. Wake up, put a stop. I have a carryover. Yes, it is not the end of life. I will keep crawling if it means for me to crawl, but I will never stop. So take track of your wins and fails. If you fail, record it. If you win, record it. It will give you a room to be able to, master how you are going to change those narratives. Then we have distractions. You should take tracks of your distraction. You should manage your distraction. You should take note of your distraction. What are those things that are distracting you from achieving your goals? Don't even tell me your village people, because your village people too, only track you when they see room for tracking. If you don't give them room for CCTV camera, they will not track you. So don't tell me village people are stopping you from succeeding. So don't give room for any form of distraction. Record every achievement, no matter how small it is, if it is you that achieved it. Even if you don't know how to cook, for example, today you boil hot water, is a process that you've taken. Record that you achieved something today. If you are the kind of person that has never cooked in your life, you cooked noodles with overflowing water, River Niger on it, record it as a win that you were able to on stove or gas and you cooked noodles that has River Niger in it. Tomorrow, if you are cooking another noodles, you will know how to manage it and cook it well. So record record your achievement, no matter how little they are. So long as you did it yourself, you're going to be happy with yourself. I tell you this. So you should learn to record your wins and record your fails to know that. So this is your take home. Like, how often do you set your goals? If you don't have goals, if you don't have target, pin it now that you are going to start having goals, you are going to start having targets, and that you are the ancestor of your family, that you must make it. You must make it. Then, okay, I can see people raising their hands. I don't know if you have a question or you're trying to send a message.
I was about to say that if we can round up in the next few minutes, so that the floor will be open for question and answers. I'm sure a whole lot of them have questions to ask.
Okay. Let me try and round up.
Okay.
So we have motivation and persistence. When you feel tired, take rest and not quit. This is also your take home. When you feel tired, take rest, but don't quit. Try and rest. You can go to social media for like 30 minutes, watch funny videos, and come back to the target of the day. When you fail, stand up and continue. Failure is not the end of life. When you fail, don't stop there and give up. I told you that failure is part of life, that we must fail at a point, but don't stay there. When I first wrote JAMB, I scored 111, my first JAMB that I wrote. And I was the head girl in my school, to show you that I was a brilliant student. But I failed JAMB. But me failing the JAMB has not stopped me from becoming an academic doctor today. So when you fail, stand up and continue. Don't stay there. Persistent is key to success. Be persistent and consistent. Small daily effort leads to long-time academic excellence. So keep tracks of that. Then, in conclusion, time is a major ingredient for success. How you manage your time determines your level of achievement. Proper planning prevents failure. And I have a quote for you to take home. He who fails to plan, plan to fail. Thank you for listening. We'll now give room for questions. You are free to ask your questions. And thank you, and thank you once again for listening.
Thank you very much, ma, for a very deep and insightful presentation. Thank you, ma. So if you have any question, please, the floor is open. You on your camera, you unmute your mic, then you ask your question. Anyone, any question?
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Please, I have a question.
Yes.
Please, ma'am, I'm the type of student that goes for lecture as early as 8 o'clock and come back around 5 p.m. in the evening. And after coming back, I have to cook and do some other things. How can I manage my time in such a way that I'll be able to wake up again in the night and go and read?
Okay. It's like you mean you spend your whole day in class or something?
Yes, ma'am. After classes, practicals, and then the rest.
Okay. But like how many hours do you use in a day for your studies? As in school classes and all the practicals and all that?
Okay, I usually have morning classes from 8 to 10, then 10 to 12. I think I have break between 12 to 1, and then by 2 to 4 lectures continues.
Okay. So you come back home by 8 or 6?
No, around 5, 6, 5, 6.
Okay. Like I said, the time between when you have lectures, after your lectures, if you feel tired, get a space and rest. Like at times you go to the mosque and you see students lying down there sleeping, waiting for the next lectures. We have chapel of salvation for the Christians. You see students sleeping there just to get just to get their head, just to calm themselves and all that. So you can, within that short period that you have, you can create time to rest. After resting, and make sure you also create time to eat. Very, very important. Create time to eat, create time to rest, then get like 2 hours. Don't spend the whole night reading, because you are going to break down since your whole day is occupied. I don't know if you are getting me, Talma.
Yes, ma, I'm getting you.
Okay. I said since your whole day is occupied, the little hours you have in a day, create time to sleep, even if it's in a garden within the school. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
But as you are sleeping, make sure your phone is with you so that they will not steal your phone as you are sleeping.
Yes, ma'am.
Then, in the night after eating, you can sleep for like 2 hours, 3 or 4 hours. Make sure out of those time you create like 2 hours to wake up and flip through your notes. Since your whole day is occupied, I think that's the only way you can have time for your books and at the end of the day, achieve your academic excellence, because your whole day has been snatched by school activities.
Yes,
and you still need time to rest and eat. So the only time you have to read is in the night. So don't spend your whole night reading, because I see some science students do that. They sleep in class, they spend their whole night reading, which is a very bad attitude, because some of them, when it's time for exam, that is when they will fall sick and miss exams. So as you are trying to achieve your goal, also take care of yourself, because the body system is built on, in a way that if you don't give it rest, it will definitely give rest for itself by falling sick. And if you fall sick, you have to sleep whether you like it or not. You have to stop a lot of things whether you like it or not. So I think 2 hours in a day, a whole day, whether at night or in the daytime, should be enough for you to flip through what you were being taught that day. But it is going to be on a daily activity, not only when it's time for exams. Create 2 hours in a day at night to read your books, then spend the whole day doing school activities. That will help a lot. And make sure you rest and always be happy, because if you're not happy, no matter what you do, you won't see the result. Do you understand?
Yes, ma.
Create happiness for yourself. You are the only one that can create happiness for yourself, because school environment alone can make you sad because of the activities around it. You are tired, the heat and everything. But be a happy person. I hope my answer helped you, Sha.
Yes, ma. Thank you very much, ma.
You're welcome, dear.
So thank you. Emmanuel, you are here with your question.
All right. Good afternoon, ma'am. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Once again, I would love to
And
appreciate
please
you
be
for
more
the.
audible. I can't hear you.
Okay, I said I would love to appreciate you for the wisdom you shared with us now, and
Thank you.
equally thank the foundation at large for granting us this opportunity. So my name is Rojam Emmanuel Chudibem. I'm a 400 level
Hello.
medical student. Can you hear me?
Uh,
Hello?
I can't hear you clearly.
Should I speak up more? Is this okay?
Yes, please. Yes, please. Speak up more.
Okay. So my a 500 level medical student,
Okay.
Emmanuel Chudibem, in University of Nigeria and Soka UNN. So
Okay.
my question stems from a recent development, a recent issue that we witnessed, which was the strike of doctors. Okay, so and this further spiked up the thought about the opportunities that we actually have once we finish this the
Okay.
training program, which prompted the or further highlighted the need for one to be very much equipped to be very diverse and create enough leverage so that once we finish the school, we will not be under the mercy of the government and the many things that they are able to provide. So that
Yes.
being said, it means that now in the together with the context of what we're talking about, which is time management, the
Eh.
need to introduce other things that will make you a well-rounded individual, to make you better equipped for opportunities coming in the future. And this will
Yes.
include going a bit away from the traditional program, which including things like learning about medical research, okay, or even business, all right,
Eh.
so that when one finishes, when the system is not rewarding you the way for the skill set you have, you can always have more, so that you can make your ocean as big as possible, so there will always be high survival chances. So,
Yes.
in the context of this time management we are discussing, how do you think one should factor this area of development in? What do you think? How do you think the view should be worked on, or rather, the time distribution should work for things like this? That's my
Okay.
question.
Okay. That's a very beautiful question, Mr. Emmanuel. Uh, a very interesting one at that, because we always preach about skills rather than certificates alone, that the two go hand in hand. Like these days in Nigeria, people don't really get work based on merit. But then merit has to do with your own integrity. There are things that when you get on merit, your head is high wherever you go. And when you're being put in the field between you and someone that didn't get it based on merit, you can always see the difference. Now, we have a lot of online trainings, and that is where goal settings come in. Do you understand? If you have a goal, that, okay, I don't just want to graduate as a medical doctor with just injections and all the injecting people and all that, that I want to have additional skill to myself. That is a goal what setting. You're trying to set a goal for yourself that at the end of being a medical doctor, you want to add skills to your medical line. Then if your goal is being set, there will be motivation for you to create other avenues. And as you're managing your time, I know of a pharmacist that was reading pharmacies in school and was also a tailor. He was an apprentice for a tailor, work. So at the end of the day, he's a pharmacist and he's also a tailor. So all that goes to what? Targets and goal settings. That this is my target, this is what I want to add to myself. So I would set a target that, okay, this year I want to learn work and add it to my own medical. So whenever you are planning your time, you plan it together with your external work that you want to add to your own self. So we have, if you cannot leave your school and go outside to learn skills, we have break time. Maybe during break, some semester break are up to a month. You can enroll yourself in one of these skills. Then we also have online skills these days. We have a lot of them. You can register online and do that. That all counts to goal settings. It all depends on you. If you want to do it, you will do it. I know how tedious, let me just estimate it, because I was not once a medical student, so I can't tell you I know how it feels. But I was once a science student. My first degree was in zoology, so I know how science can be time consuming. And after I had that certificate and that was why I said your question is a very good question, because after I had that zoology certificate, I stayed home for 13 solid years without getting a job. So at that point, that was where the NAF Hijab, you can see it from my profile that I'm a CEO of NAF Hijab. That was when I joined the issue of tailoring and all that, and became a successful freeware vendors. So even the dress I'm wearing today is a product of NAF Hijab. So aside from being an academia, I'm also a CEO for NAF Hijab. So it is very good that whatever you are doing, you should mix it up with skills. Make it as part of your goal to achieve, as part of things you want to achieve in life, that you should have a skill, so that if the other one is not working, the other one will work for you. Like when doctors went on strike and they are saying no work, no pay, a lot of them are going through a lot because the only thing they have is working in the hospital, no other extra payment. So I hope I answered your question, Mr. Emmanuel, or will I say Dr. Emmanuel, doctor in making.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, man. You did. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Wakili Abubakar, you are raising your hand. Why is it that the female scholars are not asking questions?
I don't know. You people don't want to ask me questions.
Wakili,
Even if it's to
hold on.
smile, just come and smile.
Wakili, hold on. Wakili, hold on. Is there any female scholar that want to ask question? Let us ensure gender balance. Our resource person is a female, a mother, and a wife.
Even if it's to come and smile, just come and smile.
You guys should make our resource person proud.
Abiwo.
Any female? Miss Wina Ayalemechi, are you a female? Wina.
Sir? Good afternoon, sir.
I saw one Grace from the beginning of the lecture. She was consistent. I don't know.
Somebody has come to represent the feminine gender. Go ahead, Wina.
All right. So thank you so much, Ma, for this lecture.
Please be audible. I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now, Ma?
Hello?
Yeah, can
Okay,
you
I
hear me
can
now?
hear I can hear you.
All right. So I really appreciate you for this lecture. To be honest,
Thank you, love.
it answered a whole lot of my questions and
Okay.
reinforced some positive habits I already have. I am a
Okay.
medical student in 300 level
Okay.
for Emeka Odumeko Ojukwu University. So my question has to do with dealing with the anxiety of
Okay.
not reading everything. The truth is, there is so
Hello,
much.
you're breaking up.
Hello?
Hello.
Ma, can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
All right. So my question is about dealing with the anxiety
O-
of not knowing everything really, and also not even remembering everything. To be very honest, there's a lot to read. There's a whole lot to read, and there's
Yes.
also very little time you can spend reading if you want to be efficient at it. Because, like you said, if you spend the entire night reading, then you would break down. At the same
Yes.
time, you have to attend lectures since they are compulsory. So I want
Um,
to know how to deal with that anxiety because I tend to be very anxious when I attend classes where I haven't read on that particular topic. Not that I am not reading, but I haven't read on that particular topic. So by the time I attend this class and they treated this topic and maybe other people have, I say they have more ideas than the basics than I already have, I feel
mm,
okay, I should go read this. But if you do, I should read this for every topic and every course we are taking, then you will not go anywhere. It tends to get very overwhelming. So I want to know how to deal with that.
okay. Okay. Uh, okay, let me start by asking you a question. Like, if you're to rate yourself, how would you rate yourself? Is it on a scale of excellent, good, or fair?
I'd say excellent.
Good. That means you know yourself. Because anxiety take a toll on you if you're not sure of yourself, if you lack confidence in yourself. Like being a medical student, you people have a lot to do. You have a lot of giant textbook to digest. But I tell you that you cannot know it all. And the moment you fix yourself that you want to know it all, you're going to be on that constant anxiety because you are not going to know it all, and you begin to doubt yourself. And self-doubt is the beginning of failure. There are times that I'm not even sure of myself, but I know deep inside me that I keep telling myself that I can do it. So if you have a lot to do, hit on the key points. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Hit on the key point and read to understand. Don't read to know it all. If you understand a topic, if I force you to say to talk like for 5 minutes on that topic, if you understand that topic, you will be able to talk for 5 minutes on that topic, with or without reading. Do you know?
Yes, ma'am.
So don't read to assimilate the whole book. Hit on the key points. And then when it's time for you to say something, you break what you understand into, a layman understanding. Just hit on the key points. Like, for example, this topic that we are talking about, our key words here are time management and academic excellence. So if someone should just wake me up in the morning and ask me about academic excellence and that should link academic excellence and what do they call it, time management, I can only tell you that you perform well in your academics if you learn how to manage your time. It's not more than that. If I'm to link time management and academic performance, the only thing I can tell someone is that you can only get high grades, or you can only have academic excellence if you learn how to manage your time well. Because I've understood the topic and I concentrated on the keywords. So you reading the whole notes and all that, like you said earlier, is overwhelming. So it's something that is not possible. Do you understand? Like you do more than the 10 courses, let me put it that way. Then how do you expect yourself to cram all those things? Of course, you get you anxiety will take over. You get anxious. So the only way to manage that is put it in your mind that I'm an excellent student. I have confidence in myself, and that I know I'm a human being. I'm not a robot. So I'm not going to know it all. I cannot know it all. But I will know the key points that wherever I'm being asked, I'll be able to say one or two things. Have that solved your problem?
Yes, ma. Thank you so very, very much. I really appreciate it.
You are welcome, our future doctor.
Thank you, ma.
Hoping to
Thank you
see
very
you give
much.
me injection someday.
Hopefully, ma.
So we are gradually coming to the end of the webinar. We are getting to the stage whereby we are going to draw the curtains of today's webinar on mastering time management for academic excellence. And you all agree with me that our resource person, Dr. Nafisa, has done extremely well. And we really appreciate her time for sharing out of her professional insights with all the General Ibrahim Atairu Foundation scholars. So at this point in time, we encourage all of us to kindly hone our videos. Let's on our videos as we gradually round up the session. Let us round up the session in a very
I saw a lot of text messages. Sorry, I can't reply it all, but I thank you all for appreciating this, and I thank you all for being here. It's a privilege for me to be here with you all. Thank you, Dr. Gidado. I really, really appreciate.
Thank you, ma. On behalf of the board and management of General Ibrahim Atairu Foundation, thank you very much, Dr. Nafisa. We wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
Thank
the
you.
scholars, I believe you've learned something. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
To excel in your academic
Yes, sir.
pursuits. Do not engage in any form of social vices. Stay put, and I wish you all the best. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.